Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your career reading for January and February 2021. We are going to be looking at your situation in terms of your career. It's a reading for those of you who are employed, who have their own business, or they're studying or doing some kind of project that is supposed to take you further on your career path. All of the information about the cards and the decks that I'm using is in a description down below, as well as information on how to reach me if you are interested in a personal reading with me. And if this message does not resonate with you, please check your moon and rising signs, especially your rising sign. So let's jump into it. Let's see what's going on for you in terms of your career. Let's start with the past energy, and we do have a Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands for you, Sagittarius, I could see that, in the past things were moving forward. You were moving very quickly in terms of your career. There was a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate, but something that was actually you were excited about, you were passionate about. There was a lot of very intense work that needed to be done, and you didn't have any time to pause, to reflect on it, to see where you're going with it. You were just literally just going wherever the work, the job that you were doing was taking you. You were probably given quite a few responsibilities. You may have enjoyed those. You may have been, interested in doing those. But I feel like what's happening here with you is that you didn't have time to really reflect on, is this making sense? Is all of this making sense? Are all those tasks taking me to the place where I wanted to go? What do I actually want to do? With this energy, the speed of action is so fast that you don't have time to see where you're going, to be honest. And that's what we see here. I feel like you enjoyed whatever you were doing, but it was just, you were just going with the flow because that was the only way really you could approach that, because there was so much going on and you were just doing things, every day, just making things happen without any consideration on your path, and if this is really making you happy and if you're going in a direction that you want to go. So let's have a look at your current energy. Let's see if anything has changed, if you are slowing down or if you're still pushing forward. We do have the Judgment. Okay. So you are realizing that it is a time to reflect and step back, because Judgment is all of that. It's reevaluation, assessment of previous action on things that were happening, kind of like waking up from this madness when this angel blown its horn. Everyone kind of stops whatever they're doing and they face the truth, and they face themselves and their action. And I feel like this is exactly what is happening for you. It may be, a time for you to assess what's going on. It's time for maybe your boss as well to assess how you were as a employee and where things are going for you. But I feel like we should focus here internally on you, because I feel like you finally had a moment to realize, okay, this is what happened. A lot has happened. Am I still happy? Do I still want to do that work? Where is it leading me? Am I in a place where I wanted to be? Or is the direction of my career changing? Maybe now I want to do something else. I feel like it is all of this, and it's you kind of trying to figure out if you are on the correct path or if you should change the path and readjust the course so you are doing whatever you feel like you should be doing or you want to be doing in terms of your career. This is also for those of you who are searching for a job and you were applying for different jobs and you got some response and you went through the whole process. Maybe the interview process was also quite fast. You may get your decision. The company may call you or message you and inform you about their decision. That's what we see here. Some of you may be also preparing to go through the interview process. The judgment card for me quite often also represents that. So let's have a look at your future energy. It's an immediate future, so it can be next 2 months or a little bit further than that. We have the star energy. Lovely. This is what we want to see. This is realigning with what you want to do. So this is absolutely necessary for you in that case, because that moment for you to kind of reflect on what you've done and where you're going is making you readjust the course. And to see if, you know, your hopes and wishes and dreams that you've had for yourself previously are still the same. Because we change our, you know, vision of our life, and what we want to achieve changes throughout the life. And sometimes we're just stuck because we started this journey having a certain, you know, goal in place, but then we didn't readjust for the changes that happened. And I feel like you have that opportunity now to do this, and then you'll see when you actually walk that path, the path that you really want to walk on, you'll see the amazing results. This is also telling me that, you know, you may be changing, slowing down a little bit. Like the Knight of Wands energy and the Star, it's a little bit, it's very different energy. This is Star energy is much more calmer. It's much more assured, fulfilled, happy, thriving, but in a very peaceful way. This is much more Mars energy, action-oriented, goal-oriented, moving forward, but without that, you know, peace and calm that Star brings. And Star puts our dreams and wishes and hopes and goals that we have for ourselves in the forefront of our mind. So you may get an opportunity, for those of you who are looking for a job and you went through an interview process, you may get an opportunity to work in a place or to do something that absolutely is something that you would love to do. And it will make you very, very fulfilled, but secure and calm way. Maybe those of you who are just pushing forward so quickly in this heat of the moment, maybe you realize this is no longer making you very happy, and what you want to do is to find something that is a little bit slower paced, but it gives you more satisfaction and gives you more fulfillment. So whatever that changes after the evaluation, I feel like you will be taking the steps to adjust and to align with that path that you want to take. So let's have a look at the advice from the universe for you. We have 4 of Cups. Yeah, think about what makes you happy now. I feel like there were things that were making you truly happy before. And probably that fast-paced energy and moving forward, progressing your career as fast as possible, and getting better and better at what you do, and probably getting more promotions and trying to get as high on a ladder as possible was your ambition. I feel like this is not what making you happy anymore. You don't want that kind of work. You don't want to, even this fun and intense energy is something that we may feel like we are bored of. We are no longer interested in that type of environment around us and that type of work. And I feel like this card is asking you and urging you to think about what is making you truly happy, what is not making you happy, and then decide to follow that path of happiness. Because that changes as well. Maybe this was making you truly, truly fulfilled and happy for some time, but now it's not. And that's okay. Just don't stay in that energy. Don't get stuck in that, previous train of thought and action that you had, and explore something new. And it's completely fine if you want to maybe slow down a little bit and find something that is a bit more peaceful. Maybe it's not that stress. Maybe the money is a little bit less than what it was before, but at least you're going to be much more satisfied and calmer and happier. So let's have a look at the external factors. we have Seven of Cups. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups around you, I feel like there are opportunities. There are things that you could explore. I feel like there are also many things that you could explore. Maybe that's the problem here as well. You don't know what you want to do, which way you want to go, which cup you want to choose. There are different things that you could possibly do, but maybe you're not sure what you truly want. And well, in that situation, the only thing that you can do is to decide on something for at least for some time and see how you feel about it. And if not, then switch to something else. So none of those options I feel like, you know, 100% this is it, I'm gonna succeed at that. All of those come with the risk. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if you're gonna like it, if you're gonna be successful at it, how it's gonna turn out. But that's the risk. That's the risk that we face in life. And I feel like you need to make that decision and choose something for yourself and see how you fit in that. And I feel like that will be a good choice because we do have the star here. It's gonna feel much better, although your past wasn't bad. It's just not something that you're interested in at the moment. So let's have a look at your hopes and fears. We have Seven of Wands. So this is telling me that there is a little bit of fear coming from you and defense in terms of that. I feel like you may be afraid a little bit to take that step, to change that direction, because things were obviously going quite well for you up until this point, and probably you could continue on that way and you'll get somewhere, but I don't think you'll be fully happy with that. And I feel like you realize that as well, but you're kind of afraid a little bit as well to change. And it may also come with you being afraid of how people perceive you when you decide to leave this, you know, probably something considered more successful for something that maybe in the eyes of the other people is considered less successful or more risky. So I feel like you are kind of fighting with that and fighting your thoughts and wondering if you should do it or not, if you should push forward, and how people will perceive you, how people will perceive your move. But this is something that you need to kind of work through within yourself if you are ready to do that and ready to take that risk. So let's have a look at your possible outcome for January and February in terms of career. We have the King of Cups. Beautiful. With the King of Cups energy, this is someone who knows what they want. They went through all of the phases and they ended up, you know, being the king, but that's the King of the Cups, the king of emotions, the king who can control their passions, and also someone who is looking for that fulfillment. Very often these are King of Cups is a person in terms of career who is fully engaged with what they're doing. They're very passionate in a like not fiery way. It's more of this like for example professor type who is really involved in their building their knowledge, reading, and they're passionate about the topic that they are learning, but they're not kind of pushing forward crazily as someone who's maybe like a stockbroker, or you know, someone who is like very more Mars energy around them and kind of wanting to go as far as possible. This is someone who is becoming an expert in their field. That's what I feel like. So I feel like you want to explore that. You see, we have that cup being presented to you, and I feel like what you need to do and what you will be doing is embracing that cup and learning and becoming a master of whatever you choose to do. And I feel like you will realize what makes you truly happy, where, you know, we have the star with the water here. And we have the King with the Cup. So the king who is ready to take that, depth of wishes, of information, of knowledge, and he's ready to use that for his highest good. So I feel like you will be kind of maturing and realizing what is making you happy. And even like if you traveled a lot, in your previous work and there was a lot of like uncertainty around you and changes, I feel like you are wanting to kind of settle down a little bit and do something that is much more stable and you feel much more comfortable with it. Okay, so let's have a look at your oracle cards, what we have here. Okay, we have, what do you need to cross? Are you putting up barriers? And are you swaying back and forth? A wake-up call. Okay, so we do have this barriers card here. You need to cross that threshold. You need to decide what you want to do. How do you want to move forward? If you're willing to take that risk to try something else, to do something that maybe is not viewed by other people as conventionally successful. Maybe you are kind of stopping yourself as well. You're afraid a little bit of, taking that risk and taking that step. And it's also telling you this is a wake-up call. Are you swaying back and forth? Are you kind of trying to decide, am I going to stay in this energy? Am I going to move to something that is different? I feel like you're still kind of attached to the past, maybe because it is okay. It is something that is probably, making you successful as well, but not fulfilled. So you are in between. You're kind of probably just trying to figure it out, what I'm doing. Am I staying doing whatever I'm doing? Am I moving forward? What would I do? Maybe I should actually stay and do whatever I'm doing because I'm good at it and I'm moving forward. I'm, getting more and more accomplished there. But also there is something that I truly, truly want to do and explore, and maybe I want to take things slower. So I feel like you are in the middle of that and you're kind of trying to find what's the solution for you is and what you should do. This is a message for you that you need to choose your path. Are you choosing the past or are you choosing the future? And stop blocking yourself from receiving that and going that way. Once you decide, you need to fully allow yourself to explore and see what that brings and if you can be successful at it. And I think that's it, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed that reading and if you resonate with this message and you want to let me know, please comment down below. I read all of your comments. And if you would like your personal reading with me, all of the information on how to reach me is in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see other videos, I do have love readings and different types of videos on my channel, so please check it out. I wish you all the best and I'll see you next time. Bye!